Hello everyone, this is Ken with Power Source Electric, and thanks for coming out to our site, powersourcetutorials.com. Today we're going to install a light kit right here at the base of this fan. We're going to show you all the parts and the pieces, go through the steps on putting it up, make sure your project goes smoothly. So let's get started. Okay, here are the parts and the pieces to the light kit. I just opened them up, laid them out so you could see them, make it a little bit easier. That's our main light kit right there. You can see we have the lamps for it. They actually came with this ceiling fan light kit. Here are the globes, the screws, also the connecting nut and washer, and a little pull chain for it. So that's pretty much it. It's a pretty easy project. Anyone can do this at home, and we're going to go ahead and get started. First thing we want to do is make sure that our power is out. So we're going to turn off our switch, turn off our breaker, and make sure we have no power so we don't get electrocuted. Okay, so I have my voltage detector right here. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. It's on here. I'm going to test it. Okay, I know my voltage detector is working. I know the last time I threw it in my tool bag, it didn't break in between now and then, but we want to make sure that this tool is working first to make sure our job is safe. And this one happens to be a Fluke voltage detector. Greenlee makes them, and you know, whichever one you like. They're all about 15-20 bucks. But it's definitely an essential tool to have. Okay, here we are at the base of our fan. This is our bottom canopy or our bottom plate that we're going to actually install the light kit to. You can see that little plug right in the middle, and it's going to have some screws here. We're going to disconnect. You'll see right here. We're going to go ahead and start taking this piece off. So let's take a look at what's underneath this cover. All right, so I got the screws undone. Let's go ahead and take this cover down. You can see that it's attached to the fan with that block, all the colors matching. We're going to look inside the canopy, and we're going to notice this one in particular has a block. So you can see right here, this is where you would connect the light kit to. It's just a terminal block. Wire nuts will work the same way. You don't really need the terminal block. So some of them have wire nuts, some of them have a connector just like this inside the fan. It'll be labeled. You can see right here it says for light, so you can pretty much tell that that's for the light in your light kit. And down in the base, let's take a look down in the base. You'll see a little right at the very bottom. See if we can get a good look at that. See right there where my finger's pointing? That's going to be the piece that you knock out or you push it out, and that's where the actual light kit will pop up through. So you can see where my finger is right there, that little cap. And if we flip it over, there's that other end of that cap. So let's pop that out. All right, you can see that I popped the cap out. All it is a hole right there. That's where the light kit rod is going to go through, and it's not a big deal. Just take a screwdriver, push it right out, and it should snap right out. So let's go ahead and get the light kit. Okay, so you can see that the wires of just the wires to the light kit are here. I'm going to go ahead and slide them up through the hole, and then you see where the rod is. It's going to go right into the bottom of the ceiling fan canopy or the bottom plate. You'll see how that matches up. This one actually threads right on, so I'll be twisting it on and we'll get a tight connection that way. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so I've gone ahead and twisted it on, so you can see that right there. It's connected to that plate, and we're going to look on the inside. And you'll see right there where it came through, where the two wires are, and you'll see a nut that's attached to it. So even though this threaded on, I still put that nut on there. And the main reason is a fan vibrates. We don't want this vibrating loose. We need to have it secured, not just by screwing it in. Make sure you put that nut on the end of that rod, tighten it down. There's a lock washer right underneath it, and that'll keep the light kit from coming loose and potentially falling down, or the wires getting nicked or anything like that. So make sure you put that nut on there. So we're going to go ahead and make the connection and see what that looks like. Okay, so I've gone ahead and made that connection. You can see the white goes right through to where the white is. The blue goes through to where the black is from the light kit. And really that terminal block doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be there. It's just a wire connection. You could use wire nuts if you didn't have a terminal block. You just had a blue and a white and a black and a white. Make sure the whites go together. Make sure the blue goes to the black, to the fan kit. So now we're ready to go ahead and put this back up onto the fan. Let's see how that looks there. So we're going to go ahead and bring it around. and slide it in place. Alright, so we've got our light kit installed. It's not complete yet because we don't have the globes on it, but you can see it's pretty much mounted up there. It's all ready to go. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put the set screws in each one of the lamp holders so that when I put my globe up, it'll be easier to tighten down. Instead of doing it one at a time, I'm just going to do them all at once. So let's go ahead and put the set screws in for the lamp holders. Alright, let's take a look at just how that set screw goes into place. So I'm going to go ahead and put one in. You can see the opening there, and it's just putting a screw in a hole. And that's pretty much it. All of them are done now. We're all ready to start putting our globes up. That'll be our next step. And you can notice that underneath that the set screws aren't all the way in. They're barely in, just so I can get the globe in easier. So let's go ahead and see how that globe goes in. Let's look up under there. Let's back out here. Here's our globe. I'm going to slide it on, and then we're going to tighten our set screw, and we should be good. Alright, we've got them all up. That's what it looks like. We're getting ready to put in the bulbs. So I just wanted to show you the type of bulb I'm putting in. I know everybody knows how to put in a light bulb, but this is the one in particular. This is a 13 watt, 120 volt. It has a medium-sized base because our fixture has a medium-sized base. So you want to make sure the base is correct. You want to make sure 120 volt, that's what you're going to get. And 13 watts is plenty of light for ceiling fan. So let's go ahead and put it in. Alright, we got our ceiling fan going. Let's flip on the light, see what it looks like. Okay, well, that gives off quite a bit of light, and that is a fluorescent. You saw the little delay from the time that I turned it on. Fluorescent light bulb seemed to delay just a little bit. And this fan is called a Golf Breeze or Golf something type of fan, but I gotta tell you, this is probably one of the best fans as far as quality goes that I've installed. Really cool fan. And anyhow, that's it. Light kit's up. You did it. Well, alright. Thanks a lot for coming out to our site, powersourcetutorials.com. Thanks for checking out this video. If you have any questions, please put a comment in, ask me. I'm happy to answer them for you. Check out the video on how to put up a ceiling fan. Also, I have a video on ceiling fan repair. Now we have one on ceiling fan light kits. Probably going to do one on ceiling fan remotes. I think that's another big one. But any questions, please contact us. PowerSourceTutorials.com. Look me up on Facebook, Twitter. I'm pretty available. Thanks a lot.